If you ever wanted a running commentary on your life, your fashion choices, and the squirrel situation in the front yard, get a Siberian Husky. These dogs don't just bark, they hold entire conversations, complete with rising and falling intonations, exasperated sighs, and argumentative a-woo-woos. Their vocal range is a tool for expressing every fleeting emotion with the subtlety of a Broadway musical. Did you come home 5 minutes late? Prepare for a lecture on abandonment and the emotional turmoil you've caused. Are you making a sandwich without offering them the entire deli meat section? You will be subjected to a guilt-inducing monologue about starvation and inequity. This isn't just noise, it's performance art. They have an opinion on everything, and their profound need to share it, loudly and frequently, is the opening act in their daily drama festival. The Siberian Husky's howl is a legendary instrument of auditory torment and emotional manipulation. It's a sound that seems to emanate from the very soul of a creature that has witnessed the dawn of time and found it slightly disappointing. A passing ambulance, a distant siren, or the tragic sight of the mail carriers successfully completing their route can trigger a howl of such mournful proportions you'd think the world was ending. This isn't a simple "I'm here" announcement. It is an operatic aria, a lament for all the lost sled dogs of the Yukon, a sorrowful ballad about the injustice of a closed treat bag. They will throw their head back, close their eyes in deep concentration, and unleash a sound that can convince your neighbors you are harboring a very sad, very large wolf who just finished a tragic novel. To a husky, the period between meals is a barren, post-apocalyptic wasteland. They may have just finished a bowl of premium, grain-free kibble, but the moment the last morsel is gone, the countdown to the next famine begins. They will approach you with wide, pleading eyes, placing a gentle paw on your knee as if to say, "Remember me, your loyal companion, now wasting away to nothing." If that fails, they escalate to nudging their empty bowl across the kitchen floor, creating a cacophony that serves as the soundtrack to their suffering. They will sigh dramatically, collapse onto the floor with a thud, and gaze at the pantry with the longing of a Dickensian orphan. Their ability to feign starvation is so convincing that owners often find themselves questioning reality, wondering if they somehow forgot to feed their dog for the last 3 weeks. A Siberian Husky views fences not as boundaries, but as suggestions. They are four-legged escape artists with a PhD in applied physics and structural engineering. For them, a backyard is not a home, it's a minimum security prison they must break out of to pursue their true calling, chaos. This isn't just a simple wanderlust, it's a dramatic quest for freedom. They will dig, climb, chew, and unlatch gates with a dexterity that is both terrifying and impressive. Once free, their goal is not to run away forever, but to take a dramatic victory lap around the neighborhood, causing mild panic and collecting an audience for their triumphant return. The ensuing chase is merely part of the performance, a grand finale where they, the star, allow themselves to be caught, feigning innocence all the way home. When a husky decides they are not going somewhere, they employ a technique of passive resistance that defies the laws of physics. It's called the flop. One moment you have a dog on a leash, the next you have a 50-pound furry anchor of pure stubbornness. They go completely limp, becoming a boneless puddle of protest on the pavement. Their entire body communicates a single powerful message: I shall not be moved. This tactic is most often deployed when a walk is ending too soon, a bath is imminent, or they simply feel the universe has wronged them. It's a silent yet profoundly dramatic protest that leaves owners helplessly tugging on a leash attached to what has essentially become a living statue of defiance. For a creature bred to thrive in frozen wastelands, the Husky's reaction to a warm bath is nothing short of theatrical absurdity. The moment they hear the water running or see a towel, the performance begins. Act 1. The preemptive scream. A high-pitched shriek of terror and betrayal echoes through the house, a warning of the unspeakable torture to come. Act 2. The desperate scramble. Once in the tub, they transform into a frantic, wall-climbing spider dog, using every ounce of their strength to escape the porcelain prison. They look at you with eyes that scream, "How could you do this to me? I thought we were family." Act 3. The aftermath. Post-bath, they will refuse to make eye contact, huddling in a corner, shivering dramatically, even if it's warm, and sighing with the weight of their trauma, ensuring you feel like a monster for the rest of the day. Siberian Huskies are equipped with highly advanced, situation-dependent auditory filters. They possess an almost supernatural ability to hear the crinkle of a cheese wrapper from 3 rooms away under a pile of blankets during a thunderstorm. The word walk or treat, even when whispered, will cause their head to snap up and their ears to pivot with the precision of a satellite dish. However, commands like come, drop it, or get off the counter are mysteriously lost in the acoustic ether. You can be standing 2 feet away, calling their name, and they will stare blankly into the middle distance as if you are a ghost they cannot perceive. This isn't deafness. It's a carefully cultivated dramatic tool used to assert their independence and remind you that they operate on their own terms, and your voice is merely background noise. As their name suggests, Siberian Huskies were built for the cold. To them, snow is a magical paradise, and winter is their time to shine. Summer, on the other hand, is a personal affront. The arrival of warm weather turns your majestic wolf-like companion into a puddle of panting, floor-sprawled discontent. They will lie directly in front of the air conditioner vent, absorbing every molecule of cold air while giving you the stink eye for failing to control the planet's climate. Every trip outside becomes a dramatic ordeal of seeking the tiniest patch of shade and refusing to walk on sun-warmed pavement. They will look at you with an expression of profound disappointment, as if you personally cranked up the sun's thermostat just to spite them. Their lethargy and constant audible panting serve as a perpetual, dramatic review of your poor choice of habitat. When a husky lives with other pets, they often assume the role of the dramatic Tattle-Tail sibling. They are masters of instigating conflict and then immediately playing the victim. A husky will steal another dog's toy, and when the other dog tries to get it back, the husky will let out a piercing yelp as if they've been grievously wounded. They will then run to the nearest human, gesturing with their head toward the aggressor, demanding justice for the heinous crime they themselves initiated. They will tell on the cat for being on the counter, whine when another dog gets attention first, and generally ensure that all household drama revolves around them. Their ability to create and star in these domestic squabbles proves that for a husky, the world is a stage, and they demand the leading role. A trip to the vet is the ultimate stage for a husky's dramatic talents. The performance begins the moment they realize where they are going. The car ride is filled with mournful moans and tragic gazes out the window. Upon arrival, they will plant their feet firmly on the ground, refusing to enter the building where such unspeakable horrors occur. Inside the exam room, they will tremble and cower, pressing themselves against their owner for protection from the mild-mannered vet. The ultimate betrayal comes with a thermometer, an act so vile it elicits a scream that could shatter glass and summon animal rights activists from miles away. They will leave the clinic, completely unharmed, but will spend the rest of the day milking the traumatic experience for extra treats, sympathy, and the best spot on the couch. The water bowl is a sacred object, and its state is a constant source of drama. If a husky's water bowl is anything less than 100% full, it is, for all intents and purposes, empty. They will not simply wait for you to notice. Instead, they will launch a multi-pronged campaign to alert you to their imminent demise from dehydration. Phase 1 involves sitting and staring intently at the bowl, then looking back at you with deep, sorrowful eyes. If this fails, they will escalate to Phase 2, repeatedly nudging the bowl with their nose, often sloshing the remaining water onto the floor to emphasize its inadequacy. The final, most dramatic phase involves picking up the metal bowl and dropping it with a loud clang, a percussive protest against your blatant neglect. They act as if they have just crossed a desert, even if they just had a drink 2 minutes ago.